how's it, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in to Story in a Song. Yeah, I'm very excited about today's guest. He's one of our rising stars. I'm excited to be sitting down with him, listening to him telling his story and the story behind his hit single, Qhawe Lam. So yeah, do join me as I sit down and speak to Zuko SA. My name is Lutolwana, and this is Story in a Song by Songwriters South Africa. Today we have one of the most rising superstar. His name is Zuko SA. Zuko, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
So with all my guests,
Sure.
before I continue, I always ask about their childhood. So
Sure.
I'd like to know how was Zuko growing up, a young Zuko in the Eastern Cape?
Okay. So the one said Duga, I'm Eastern Cape. Khulile khona, and I'm Tata, studied there, and I fell in love with music in high school. Kanyisa High School. That's when I was called John Legend because I was playing piano and covering on John Legend. So after high school, I knew I had to do something about music, because I grew up playing also keyboard at Qhawe Lam. So I was stuck between doing gospel or just choosing what am I gonna do with my life? Because then you show as much as Nani good we commerce studies, but I was like, no, I don't see myself in the office. I see myself on stage. So I studied sound engineering.
Okay.
And then after that, that's when I got the skill to produce, And when I was doing that, for me it was more like I don't want to depend on any producer or anyone to execute the idea that I had in mind.
Yeah.
And if I were to write a song, let it be easy for me to
compose it however you want it.
Even on melodies and the beat and everything. So that's when I got to be a producer. Yeah, I think man, I teach cool. Linda.
Yeah. So, do you remember the first song you wrote?
I do. It is called "Stay Silent."
Okay.
It's the first song I recorded in Joburg. But then I was still learning how to produce, so I recorded on someone else's studio, and then after some time, now when I was good at producing and recording my stuff, I then recorded myself, redone that song, and then now it's on the album.
Right. So each and every creative, each and every songwriter,
sure.
There's never a one-way angle into writing, and each and everyone has their own way of receiving songs. I call it receiving songs because I believe that there is a place where these songs come from and then they are deposited into us. So I like to know, and you want to write, what is your songwriting process like?
Sure.
What goes in your mind when you say, okay, now I'm in my zone, and take us through that process of creating and writing songs.
Yeah. So it's firstly, I write based on my everyday life, and if I don't write about a situation that happens today, there's a situation that will happen that will trigger me to remember what happened there and how I'm gonna break through on the challenge that I'm facing at that moment.
Okay.
Right? So when you're facing that moment, you remember that moment and then use it to break through in this moment, and then in this challenge. After that, that's when you can go you like write a song.
Okay.
For me, it comes like that. It comes like that.
Yeah. Do you ever go through writer's block?
Writer's block. Okay, what's that?
So like when you're trying to create something and there's just nothing flowing, there's nothing coming, you're trying to, and yeah.
Yeah, I do sometimes. I feel like it happens when I want to have a hit song,
Okay.
When you want to have a hit song and you wanna write this good song, it will never come. So sometimes you have a good beat that you have produced. Now you're struggling with the words, and you have so many things that you can write about, but you're stuck in maintaining that hit mentality.
Okay.
So sometimes I go through that and be like, so when I do go through that, I take a break and then I just move away with family and friends. When after that experience with friends and family, someone's gonna speak something, or we're gonna end up talking about something
that's gonna inspire you,
and it's gonna inspire me to like, oh yeah, let me write something about that, because most of the time I cannot fully write about my life, but I can write about your story and then mix it with my story.
Your story.
And then we have a song, and then the listener at home is able to relate to our to the both stories that we wrote about. So, yeah.
Speaking of storytelling,
Sure.
we as Africans, we grow up on telling stories,
Yeah.
and everything we do is mostly on storytelling.
Yeah.
How important is storytelling to you, and why is it important for us as Africans to keep telling our stories rather than to let the world tell our own stories?
Sure. For me, if I were to tell my story, yabo, um, ndixelela abantu uba this is what I went through and whatnot. Abantu, they would, as an artist, you must have a way, an artistic way of telling a story for someone to listen to you. Like so many people have a story to tell, right? But they don't have the platform. Firstly, they don't have the art to tell that story, right? So if you have a story, be an artist and be artistic, and have a way of writing it, for someone to listen to it, for someone to relate to it. So the importance of writing of storytelling, we are trying to heal the nation. We're trying to inspire, at the same time healing ourselves as well, because the songs that we write and the stories that we tell, when you tell that story, you heal,
Yeah.
and you find motivation in that story. For example, when I still listen to my songs, even when they still sound new, when I'm facing something that I feel like I need motivation, and sometimes when you need motivation, you don't need anyone else to come and motivate you. You don't need anyone else to come and talk to you, or you don't need to talk to anyone. You just listen to music. So when you listen to music, that melody that's playing there before the singer sings, you will feel it. But yeah, something is coming. I'm getting motivation. I'm feeling all right. So it's everything there.
Yeah.
The storytelling, it comes from a producer to the songwriter and to the singer.
Okay. Yeah. Because I guess the way you've put it, when we tell our stories, in a way, we are able to find our identity.
True.
And we are able to see that andihlukanga kunoZuko.
Sure. Yeah.
Because singabantu sesicinga uba we are different people, yabo, but xa umamela amaculo, you find that we all go through the same things in life, asihlukanga.
Yeah.
So yeah. So now I want us to get into your album.
Sure.
No One Is Safe.
Yeah.
What's the story behind the title No One Is Safe?
Yeah. So when I was writing and producing the album, I was going through some things and I was able to tell my story. So when the album was done and I felt like, now this is the full stop. The song, the project is now ready to go out. I was struggling to get the title of the album, and I was thinking, I had Best in Me, and I had Qhawe Lam album, but then I was like, nah, because I don't wanna give people the clues or on the song, and then now they have to listen to that one song because it's the title of the album. Let me just name it in one.
Okay.
So I felt like I'm a new kid in the block, and I was praying to God that I get a breakthrough, right? At least to get people's attention, for them to listen to me, and my story, what I have to say. And when I listened to the whole album, I felt like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to be heard, and I'm ready to break all boundaries with the album. So I had to name it "No One Is Safe,"
Okay.
which means I'm here to leave my mark. I'm here to move everything that's on my way to get to my goal. You know, hence no one is safe. And right now, God has helped me God has helped me to see that happen. Because right now I have the biggest song in the country. You know, and the album also. When I'm on stage, this is new. I thought people knew Qhawe Lam only,
Yeah.
but every song I perform, it's a sing along, which is a blessing, man, because you can't get that as a new artist.
Get that.
So yeah.
While we're still on your album, I've been listening it, and it's mostly about empowerment,
Yeah.
gratitude, and just one person trying to find themselves.
True.
How important was this to you?
Yeah.
And why was it important for you to say, this is what I want to write about?
Yeah. When I listen to a song, there are things that I want to get out of that song. Hence, I have few genres that I listen to, and I choose which genre to listen to when I'm feeling this way or when I'm having fun. And I feel like when I want to listen to a song, I want to get something out of that song, whether it's love, whether it's positive energy, whether it's club vibes, having fun. So I chose my playlist. So I wanted people to choose. If you can listen to my album, right? You cannot box me to
a
say,
certain genre.
to a certain genre.
And say
yeah,
Afropop or soul or whatever.
Yeah, when you listen to it,
yeah.
it speaks to everyone. That I wanted to bring that vibe into the industry. I want to be I wanted to be the first artist to do that. I don't know if I'm the first, but I trust I'm the first. Yeah.
Did you have any challenges writing this album?
I did. There's so much to talk about when it comes to that.
No, let's go into it
and other stuff. But just to be on the safe side for now, right? I'd say the reason why I wrote the album was to tell my story and to inspire someone at home, someone in the village, that you can make it in the industry as independent, as an independent artist. That's the story I wanted to tell, and I wanted to inspire someone and motivate someone, right? So the challenge is to getting that done. That's what I cannot talk about right now, but there's a whole new story to tell. But I don't want to tell. I don't want to tell it now. Right now I'm still fighting, and I'm still going hard. I'm still chasing my dreams.
Yeah.
So yeah.
As a new artist, what are some of the challenges that you have been facing?
Sure.
And also as an independent artist as well.
Yeah. Firstly, it's finances, because as an independent artist, you have the dream of a big artist that you don't know, what's the muscle behind them, but you have that dream. I wanna be successful. I wanna have money. I wanna have huge crowd following me. I wanna have influence and all that. But you don't know about what's under in the background, how to get that, and what's the process that you have to follow, and what are the fights that you're gonna fight in order for you to reach there. So your own information is what you're discovering on the way. Hence, I cannot tell anyone and be like, in order for you to get a hit song, you need to do this. in order for you to succeed in the music industry, you need to go through this.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell that, but what I can tell you is that just consistency and keeping relationships is that's what has kept me this far. So the challenges was just finances for me, and trying to like get things done. You get doors shut. You know, you have people promising you this, and then
It's not happening
when
anymore.
when it comes for them to deliver, they don't deliver.
They don't deliver.
So those type of things. But what keeps you going? It is maintaining the consistency, yeah, well, and maintaining the relationships. There you will go far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just to add on to that,
Yeah.
yo, it's hard.
True.
It's hard, man, to be a creative in this country.
Yeah.
But what keeps us going is the gift that is in us. So no matter how hard things may be, it's the gift that pushes us, you know, whether there's no money, whether there's that little money, but the gift just pushes you through, and somehow God just makes things possible.
Yeah.
No matter how he makes it, but you know, I believe there's always a way. I believe that
Very true.
your gift will always make a way for you somehow,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm.
And yeah, challenges are there for us to learn and to discover ourselves and to find our direction, to find our message.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the things we go through give us content to write about as well, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So we're gonna be alright.
We're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. And I just wanna appreciate, I mean, everyone who's like supporting me right now. You know, because I'm getting so much support from the people that I looked up to growing up, and the people that I still look up to now. You know, the advice that I get and the legal advices that I'm getting, and the support, man, it's overwhelming. And Ilandiba, you know you're in the right place, you're in the right track. So yeah, I want to appreciate those people in my family for the support, man. Yeah.
Okay. Now I want us to talk about Qhawe Lam, which is the biggest song in the country.
Sure.
And it's a soundtrack to one of the biggest telenovelas in the country. How did that make you feel? We're gonna make this song a soundtrack for this particular show.
At first, I did not understand because it was still new at the time. I did not know it was going to be that big, and the reach it was going to be that big. So for me, it was more like, yeah, let's do it, because you are open to growth. When someone's presenting something good to you, I don't ask questions when it has impact and growth. I don't ask questions. I go ahead because I'm a risk taker. That's why I'm a risk taker. I'm a risk taker. And for izinto zenzeke, I have to go hard. I have to make it happen. So when they presented the soundtrack thing, and they wanted, I think now they've used more like 8 songs on the series.
On the show,
yeah. So that, for me, I do not understand how big it is, but I'm seeing the response of people, you know. And right now I know when you get your song to be played on the background, that's a big thing.
Absolutely.
I did not know that. I thought it was like, no, you can just do it. life goes on. But right now, I know it's a big thing, and there's legal stuff to go through that, and there's contracts to be signed and all that.
Yeah.
So only now I'm realizing, so much the benefits of getting that also, because I was still, as I've said, I'm still learning the industry. I'm still in the process. So Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna learn until we die.
True. True.
So yeah, each day has its own challenges, but
Yeah.
with every challenge comes something new.
Yeah.
And
True.
yeah, and yo, this song, man, it speaks about a lot, especially to a black child.
Yeah.
Um, I would like for you to break down the writing of this song,
Yeah.
because everyone is just going through a hard time right now, especially young people.
Yeah.
You know, there's unemployment. There's a lot that's going on. Some people are committing suicide,
Yeah.
but the way you wrote this song, man, is it gives encouragement to the young people. You know,
Thanks, man.
break it down. Xa ubhala Qhawe Lam,
Yeah. Yeah.
kwafika ntoni engqondweni yakho to say, yazi ndizobhala ngoku noku noku noku?
Yeah. So I wrote this song during lockdown, and I went home when thugs broke into my house and stole everything that I had there. I felt like, because I had studio in my place, you know, the expensive stuff, they stole everything, and I had to go home. When I went home, I was like, done. I don't know what else to do in Joburg right now, because I was surviving through studio, and I was surviving through this music thing. Right now, I don't know what else to do, because I cannot recover that money. I cannot buy those equipment back.
Yeah.
You know, so my parents sat me down, prayed for me, gave me words of encouragement. I stayed home for like 2 weeks. You know, when the government opened, Uti, we can be able to travel. And then went back to Joburg Futi to try again. But before I left home, my parents sat me down, and my mom was saying, Uti, hamba ngalamali sikunikeza wona right now. We have prayed for you. We have given you ilizwi. We have read you ilizwi. And if you feel like you're ready to go back to Joburg, hamba yaba Joburg instead, because one thing at home they do, they allow you to do something, make mistakes, come back home, then go back to Joburg and work, make mistakes, come back. So they've allowed us to grow like that. So before I left, mom said those words, and then my dad was saying, do not wish to be like anyone else in Joburg. Just know that your things are different. For you to succeed, you won't have it easy. You need prayer. You need to trust God for that process, right? So when I arrived in Joburg, I went to my friend to stay with him for a while, and then he gave me his studio equipment. I recorded the song, and even right now, I cannot tell it full, Uti, this is what went and what not. But words started coming out when I was recording. And I realized after the song is done, actually, these are the words that my mom said and my dad said to me. When I listen to it now, I can fully say, I was writing that story for someone at home to relate to. Because every time I feel done, I feel like it doesn't take how I want them to happen. I listen to that song and I get motivation on that song.
Same as me.
Now I realize, Guti, I was writing this for someone else to also pick up where they left off and continue.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the story.
Yeah, because the first time I heard that song, I listened to, I think I was in Montrose until I reached Durban, because I was just going through a lot, and the lyrics just spoke to me. So yeah, man, it's a powerful song, and I think it's gonna live on for decades and decades, because it's something that relates to all of us. Let's talk about your co-writer and the featured artist on the song.
Sure.
Nwabisa Chi. How
Yeah.
was it like working with her?
She was an angel, man. She was, she had talent. She had so much to offer. What brought us close together was the passion that we had. We are fighters. We are dream chasers. When you want things to happen, we get it to happen. We find a way to get it to happen. So her spirit and my spirit combined, and when I was recording the song, I knew I wanted a female piece, because I'm representing on the song the male piece. So the female piece is going to complete the song. Wow. And they were still new to each other and we are still learning each other. I was like, you have a great voice. Of course, you have a story to tell. Come, let's record something. When she arrived in the studio, I explained the song to her. She got it. She recorded, and she told her story on the song. After the song was done, we were both happy. We couldn't wait for the world to hear it and for our families to hear it. We're just so excited, right? And then it was said that when things started to pick up now, and the world is now recognizing the song and recognizing us, yes. That's when she passed away, That's a sad thing, but I'm still healing on that, and the family also, her family is still supporting me so much, and the Kalichana family, So right now, people don't know this. We are related with Nwabisa,
Oh, okay.
Makhatebe, and my mom is Makhatebe as well.
My grandmother is Makhatebe as well.
See, that's why I'm connecting, man. So, when I arrived there, I felt home. They welcomed me. So right now, I have a new family, man. So much. They're peaceful people. I mean, trusting God. I feel like when I'm there, when I'm with them,
they don't feel like strangers.
They don't feel like strangers. But I find an as a kaya,
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yo, man, I was also so heartbroken when I heard of her passing, and I was like, yo, I was still expecting so much from her, and but God's plans are not ours. True. So yeah. True. And I'm really, really sorry about your loss. And it must be difficult for you to carry on and to carry the song as well, because suddenly the person you created this masterpiece with, suddenly they're no longer there, and they no longer there to celebrate your wins, to celebrate the achievement and the success of this song. So I'm truly sorry, man.
I appreciate it, brother.
In closing, what is next for Zuko? And to umntwana growing up ezilalini and wanting to be like uZuko, what would be your advice to them?
Sure. My advice to that young child, that young dreamer at home, listen to your parents first, because they have the best advice ever. They care about you and they want what's best for you. So that's what helped me. Also, prayer. Pray so that God can reveal what you need to do next, what your next step is, and now when it comes to yourself, whatever that you do, don't have uti or postpone and other options. If you're doing something, make sure you go 100% on it. Hit it hard. When it comes to execution, whether you're singing at church, singing at your school, give it your best, because you don't know who's watching. That's how God is connecting us to people like Abu, Mr. Luto, and others. So I'm grateful that you guys at home are supporting me, and I know that I'm going far, because of your support. My next plans are to take this project to another level. I'm planning on touring, having the Qhawe Lam tour going on, so I'm still looking for funding as well. So
And you will get that funding.
we will,
Yeah.
because we make things happen.
Absolutely.
And we have God on our side, so I believe there's so much to offer. I'm just getting started.
Absolutely. Yeah. One last question.
Sure.
What keeps you grounded? Because ever since I've known you, you've always been humbled. And even with your breakthrough and your breakout into the industry, you still remain that humble person that I knew a few years back.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's knowing where I come from. And I know, Wuti, before I got here, where I was. I know where I've been and what it took for me to be in this position right now. And whoever is approaching me, I did not get the opportunity to be listened to, right? And until that one person listened to me and opened that one door, which now that one door opened other doors for me. So it is me knowing where I come from. I can just put it like that.
Well, thank you so much, man. And knowing where you come from is important, and whatever life throws at you, because this is where I come from, this is who I am, and this is what I believe in, and this is what makes me the person that I am, keeps you going. So my brother, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your time. I know we are quite busy now, but I truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming through and telling your story with us.
Thank you so much, man, and thank you for the platform. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to Story in a Song. Please make sure that you click on the subscribe button down there and click on the like and share with your friends as well, and help us grow as a community of songwriters and help us grow as a channel too. So thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time. Thank you.